So we see Ben and Morgan open with them. They go to mermaid lessons. They go swimming in mermaid tails.
My daughter has that outfit. My 9-year-old got the little mermaid swimsuit.
She does have a mermaid tail. But,
yeah.
And, you know, Morgan says, you know, they're doing better, they're in a better place. Since they talked to the girls, they're trying to take up on her suggestion to, you know, build the foundation again and be dating some more or whatever. And his thing is, you know, I want to make her happy, and she wants somebody that she can do stuff, that does stuff with her, that she can just be like, hey, come on, let's go do this, let's do it. And he gonna do it.
She wants a companion.
But you can't do it.
This is my thing about people. You can't make somebody happy who don't want to be happy. I can't make you happy. You make yourself happy. I can't make you happy. I can do things that you may like, that you enjoy, but the emotional happiness is on the person, not me. So, he's trying to make you happy.
They have their love conversation, and so have you ever been in love before? And Ben says something weird to me. He says, no, I haven't been in love with a significant other before. Who you been in love with?
His family.
You're not in love with your family. You love your family.
Yeah.
You're not in love with your family. Because then that's a whole nother...
Yeah, that's a whole
psychological...
therapy session.
You love your family. I thought it was weird when he said I haven't been in love with a significant other. But she says, yes, she's been in love. In her last relationship, she feels like she was in love. And she was like, it's so funny because one day he got like really drunk and he was like, you know, I would fight everybody in the world for you. I fight everybody for you. And she was like, oh, he loves me.
She wanted drunk love, dog. That made me laugh. When she talked about he was drunk, he said, I fight him. You know what that means? He's an idiot. He's going to get beat up defending you at a club.
But undrunk, that means, you know, it means I would defend you. You would say it better than that if you weren't drunk.
No, he said I love you because he was drunk.
But what I'm saying is, he wouldn't say that outside of being drunk, but that doesn't mean he didn't mean it. You know what I'm saying? He got brave and said, you know what? I love you so much, I'll fight everybody for you.
And she was drunk when she received it, and it's all good.
And so Ben explains his love thing. He said, you know, when I was in college, there was this one girl, and, you know, we was really getting along, you know, we was feeling each other, whatever, but then in those next 2 or 3 years, like, you got to be kidding me. Everything just fell apart. You know, he was like, this person died, this happened, this did that, and, like, you know, I kind of spiraled, and he said, I stepped away from her, and I got distant, and, you know, he said, she obviously noticed that and knew it, and, you know, we just grew apart. And he was like, I feel like sometimes she's the one that got away, and I did it. I'm the one that did it.
He need to go catch her. He need to go find her, because this ain't it. If she's the one that got away, he needs to go launch out a little bit deeper and go find this girl, because this Morgan ain't it.
So they have a whole conversation too about the fact that Ben says, you know, I come from being in an Asian family, you know, I have these insecurities. It's like, and he said that
I got these expectations too.
Yeah, that's put on you, because he was like, you know, they expect you to be a doctor or a lawyer in certain careers they expect you to go into that's successful, and
certain colleges you need to go to.
Yeah, and you know, he didn't do that, even though he said in the beginning he went to engineering too, more so to please his family. But it's not doctor or lawyer or whatever. And, you know, you only feel loved if you can achieve. And so, you know, he said, I've reflected on that. He's reflecting on that to her, and he's like, you know, I never got satisfaction from my dad. I thought you were the only one with daddy issues, but it turns out I have daddy issues too, in a different way, but I have daddy issues, you know, for him not loving me. And he says, you know, he got real tearful and everything talking about it, because he was like, basically, I wanted to make my dad proud and please him, and I feel like I never really did that.
Yeah.
Because I never could meet the standard.
And he articulated that very well to her. And she really understand. He really understood it. You can tell he had some deep thought, deep process, that he really thought about what he was going to say, that he really thought about how his emotions feel, that he's been really trying to understand himself in this process so he can get along with her better. You can see that he's been working on him.
And she said she appreciated him telling her that and verbalizing it and working it through it, and you know, I'm here to help you get through it or whatever. And he was like, you know, how did you kind of get to the point where you are? Mm-hmm. And she said, you know, because I felt like with my dad, I could never meet his standards. And, you know, that was a lot. And she said, you know, well, Binh said that too. I could never meet his standards. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you know, you don't have to. You have to realize that you're enough. Yeah. And so she said, I did the same thing with my dad. It was like, I could never do anything right for him. Nothing I did was right for him. Yeah. And, you know, I used to be a people pleaser until it came to the situation with my dad. That's when I stopped being a people pleaser, and I realized I'm just gonna be me, because I can't do nothing to make you happy. So I'm gonna stop trying. I'm gonna stop trying.
I'm gonna do me.
And she said, you know, that's how she ended up, you know, getting through it. And you know, she was like, I'm happy to help you with it. Glad you came to this revelation. And you made a comment, oh, they just dapped each other up.
Yeah, she stuck his hand out and dapped him up like that's your boy. Like there's no affection
like,
there.
That's a hugging moment. Because he was, now I would have did it. You know, he was all crying and pouring out his heart. I'd be like, oh my God, Ben, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for you know.
And he would have did this, he would have appreciated it, boy. And that would have been a good moment when you had a hug. But she went like this. Like, dog, really?
But later on, she says, I don't want to be treated like his bro, but his wife.
But you dapping him up. You're treating it like you his bro. You ain't treating it like you his wife. That's a hug moment. Embrace that dude. I'm like, man, Ben, it's okay. I forgive. That's the moment that Ben, it's okay. I forgive you. Let's move forward. Mm-hmm. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it.
Later we see Ben again trying to build this foundation back up and get to a place where they were before, and he has dinner for her. He's got a Korean barbecue going on in the apartment. He said, you know, they used to call me Korean barbecue Poppy. And they actually set the smoke alarm off. I thought it was really cute. Which she says, I mean, that makes sense because we got a whole grill in the apartment. I was like, but still.
I don't think you could use those grills on the inside. Maybe it's an inside grill. I don't know why he didn't do it over top of the stove.
That's what I was about to say.
With the hood on.
Do it on, yeah. But because he tried to make it real intimate, and they were sitting in the floor.
Make it intimate over top of the stove.
They were sitting on the floor, whatever. But you know, he said, the other day having a conversation with you, I like being vulnerable with you, and you know. So do you have anything you want to talk about? And she was like, I mean, you know, not anything in particular. He says, okay, so I want to talk about this people pleasing thing. And he says, he goes into his history some more, you know, because his parents were immigrants. Yeah. They kind of had to just live where they could afford, which caused him to end up being like the only Asian kid on the block. So he would get a lot of the picked on with the squinting eyes and you know, accent faking or whatever. And so he's had to deal with a lot of racist jokes. And so to overachieve that, I mean, you had to overcome that, combat that. I became an overachiever in school, and I just went overboard being kind. Because he wanted to be liked, not picked on.
Right, and he would play ball. That's why he played ball. While he liked playing ball, he hung out with the brothers.
Right. And so again, which I already said this, but she talked about she broke that being with her dad, not being a people pleaser or whatever. And his question to her was, you know, have you genuinely healed from everything? She was like, yeah, because I worked on myself. And she tells him again, you're enough. You got to start loving yourself and liking yourself, and you'll get there, and I'll help you. She's saying this to him again. Mm-hmm. I like your breakthrough. I can help you get there. I can help you with that. But later on, she just ruins it again.
Yeah, I like Morgan. I really want to try to like her, but it's hard. It's getting hard.
Yeah. So when they meet as the couples with Dr. Pia, you know, she asks, how's everything been going with y'all? And has it been better with y'all? And Morgan says, you know, on the emotional wheel, I'm getting out of the red emotions and more into the yellow. And Dr. Pia's like, you know, what do you need to see from each other to strengthen those better emotions? Right. And Morgan says, you know, I just need those reminders through the day that, you know, we're thinking about each other, you know, sending text message and compliments or whatever. And he was like, but I complimented you. I was like, you looking drippy, you look icy. And she was like, that's not romantic to me. It's a compliment, but, you know, oh, sure, I want to hear from my husband. I'm drippy and icy. And that's not romantic.
But you're not telling dude what is, though. That's my problem with some women. Her. I'm not going to say with her. She's not telling him what is it that you want. What do you like? Because, again, now he's throwing darts in the dark and trying to hit something. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to do something, but she's not giving him, I don't like that. What do you like, boo? I don't know you. We're trying to find each other. We're trying to learn each other. Can tell me what kind of compliments do you like? What kind of romantic dinners you know what I'm saying? Those type of things.
Yeah, she wants compliments to make her feel like a woman, not like a bro. Like, oh, you look beautiful today. You don't. But I think it all depends on the person. I wouldn't have no problem if my husband was like, oh, you look fly today. You look drippy. He ain't gotta be like, you're gorgeous. You look at you all gorgeous and stuff like necessary. My husband knows. I'll be like, you doing too much. You doing too much. I'll take the drippy and icy.
I sit there and watch you get ready in the mirror. Like, man, you look good today. You look nice.
I'll take the drippy and icy too.
Your lips be popping.
You know what?
Hey.
Anyway, so again, you dapped him up earlier like a bro, but now you want him to be romantic, but you're not giving him those things to give you those romantic compliments.
Her mannerisms, mannish.
She need to fix it. So then later we see them in the apartment with it's just the
hidden cameras.
The cameras in the apartment and she's having a conversation after dark, and she was like, by the way, Alexis came to me woman to woman. She told me everything you said, and he was like, what? No. What are you talking about? In her vignette, she says Ben's been going behind my back, talking about me and telling lies about me. And she says, oh, best believe tomorrow I'm going to have a whole lot to talk to him about. I'm going to have a whole lot to say to him about it. And I'm going to just say this. In the preview, she, eats that boy up. And I don't know if she ever actually really... It looks like she actually tells him. But in this space, doggone it, I don't care what time of night it is. When we went on our cruise... And we did the little couples love and marriage thing. It was a couple on there who had been married. How long they say had been married? 50, 60 years?
Yeah, 40, 50, 60 years, something like that.
And their thing is, and we live by this too, is like, you don't go to bed mad. Mm-hmm. And she was like, so one day we was up till 2 a.m. Morgan, don't carry that into the next day. See, that's her problem. That's why she built them walls up. That's why she have a problem with unforgiveness and why she ain't never worked through a deep issue, because you sit there and you let it linger. She should have told him that night, I talked to Alexis. She told me that you said XYZ, element of P. And why did you do that? Da, da, da. No. Instead, she goes to bed. And I dare say, I don't know.
He went to a different room.
That's what I was just about to say.
He went to a different room with his own phone.
But I feel like, this is what I'm about to say. I feel like they're one of the couples in the past. They have not been sleeping in the same room.
No, I guarantee they probably haven't.
I don't think this was the first time he went to the other room.
Oh, no, he went to that room too comfortable. Because he didn't even ask. You didn't even go over here? Bro, I got his phone.
They have not been sleeping in the same room. I have a problem
because Alexis and Justin is too involved. Justin are too involved in their marriage. Alexis and Justin has been in this marriage right here a lot. And I don't even know if they've been pulled in because of other people. But you don't go... Alexis had no right to go to Morgan and tell her, well, your husband been saying this, and this about you.
Because this is the conversation we had. When you're married and when you have friends, sometimes you vent to your friends.
I do vent to my friends.
You vent to your friends and you say things about your spouse. In the preview, she says you was talking ish about me. It's not them talking ish. It's like I'm getting it off my chest, like, cause if I say it to you, you're gonna be mad like you are now.
Right. I got married friends that I talk to, like, bro, have you experienced this?
You
have you been through this?
Right. And for one, I don't know if Alexis heard it or if Justin told Alexis.
Justin told her.
But Justin, you got me saying Justice. Justin shouldn't tell Alexis, and Alexis definitely shouldn't go back and tell Morgan, because you have to understand that this is a vent. I'm not raking my spouse over the coals. I'm just venting because I need somebody to talk to about this. But again, Ben, don't talk to Justin. I know you want to talk to him because he's in the married at first sight process with you. Don't talk to Justin. Justin got loose lips. His wife got loose lips.
He burned you before. Now, if you burn me and we a friend and I tell you something and you burn me, you'll never hear nothing else again. Yeah.
I can't vent to you. I'm calling Pastor Carol.
Yeah.
That's who I'm going to vent to.
Yeah.
I'm going to vent to an expert, not venting to you. And this is going to get Ben's feelings hurt.
Oh, his feelings.
For real.
She took them in the preview.
I don't know if you saw that preview.
She took them flowers and threw them bad boys down like it's supposed to be the month anniversary. They're not having any month anniversary.
I want to cry for him. If it was me in that space, I would want to fight her. But he can't fight her because she does Muay Thai.
But he brought it on himself. He brought it on himself.
But he looked genuinely confused in the preview. But I guess we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
But anyway.